religion, race, economic level, or social status. The goal, in other words, is ethical and equitable politics. Yet despite good intentions, this proposed solution won't work. I seem to remember a saying about where roads paved with good intentions alone lead us. This approach won't work for three big reasons. First, human beings are deeply and inescapably religious. We cannot not be religious. Now, I know that many people consider themselves atheist or agnostic, but that doesn't mean they've somehow become religion-free. Religion is not a category that should be restricted to those persons who worship a supernatural deity. Most Buddhists, for example, would describe themselves as religious, but many of them do not worship a supernatural deity. That is why the Bible considers religion in terms of ultimate commitments. All human beings commit themselves to somebody or something in an ultimate way. All human beings have somebody or something to which they give their highest trust and love. That someone might be the God of Jesus Christ or the Allah of Muhammad. Alternatively, it might be something less obviously religious in appearance, like sex, money, power, or success. Regardless, that somebody or something sits on the throne of their hearts, commanding their loyalties, shaping their lives, and offering some sort of respite from life's pains and evils. The center cannot remain empty. It's been said that nature abhors a vacuum. The heart does too. This brings us to our second point. Precisely because religion involves our ultimate commitments, we cannot separate our public self from our private self. If religion were merely the mental and mystical acknowledgement of a supernatural deity, we could easily relegate that belief to the confines of our private lives and to certain religious ceremonies. But religion is not a matter of private worship we can keep bottled up. As the Bible defines it, religion is the central organizer of a person's thoughts and loves. By locating religion in the human heart, the Bible hints that religion affects us in the deepest aspects of who we are and radiates outward into everything we do. If a person really and truly embraces the God of Jesus as the Creator and Lord of the universe, that embrace will have a cascade effect, pouring down and out into that person's beliefs, feelings, values, and actions. Similarly, if a person absolutizes sex or money or power, that absolutization will cascade outward from the private recesses to the public words and actions of that person. Many Americans hear this and get angry that I'm saying we shouldn't keep religion private. But in fact, I'm saying something far more radical. Human beings can't. For Christians, there is a third reason this flawed approach doesn't work. Our Christian faith functions as the deepest motivation for contributing to the common good of our nation. More than anything else, the Bible's teaching and Jesus' example motivate us to want justice and equality for our fellow citizens, even when they are members of a different religion, race, or class. My Christian faith gives me the courage to criticize powerful politicians, corporations, or influencers even when there might be negative repercussions for doing so. Biblical teaching reminds me to remain civil during public discussion and debate, even when my opponents misrepresent me or attack me. Take that part of me away, and you've taken away the best part. To get back to your question at the beginning of the letter, the point is that religion and politics really can't be separated. As bright as Rawls and others are, they're wrong on this one. Religion is not like clothing that can be put on or taken off whenever we wish. It is less like a jacket or a pair of jeans and more like our heart. It is a part of who we are and cannot be removed on a whim. So, Christian, the point is this: don't try to get religiously naked in the public square. As you mentioned in your letter, however, many Christians mix religion and politics in unhelpful ways. You're right. There are good and bad ways to mix politics. That is why we should study the Bible and the Christian tradition with a special focus on how to employ our religious convictions in ways that are politically helpful. Consider, for example, the Bible's teaching that our words and actions should be characterized by truth and grace. If a Christian aims at truth but not grace,